Hello and welcome to this last Diablo 4 news roundup right before early access launch, and we'll dive into some pretty interesting news here. We've got official confirmation from the devs according to the build we're playing. We've got preload of the game and also some other very interesting and good downloads you should definitely start. And then there's also all the reviews of the game. We'll take a look at that. And we've got the official trophy list for Diablo 4 at the end of the video, and I will be putting out some spoiler alerts right then, but up until then everything is spoiler free, of course, so you're good to go if you don't want to get spoiled. And before we talk about all the trophies, I will put out a spoiler warning, but I would say let's jump right into the video. Like I said before, you can now pre-download the game if you pre-ordered the Digital Deluxe Edition or the Ultimate Edition for Diablo 4. So the downloads on PC and console are live right now. So go ahead, open up your Battle.net and start the download, or start your console and then start your download. So you'll be ready and good to go when the game finally releases. On PC it's around 85 GB, so better get downloading as soon as possible. But let's stay at the topic of downloads, and Nvidia put out a new game-ready driver for Diablo 4 with DLSS 3 and reflex support. So be sure to update those drivers, especially when you own a 40 series graphics cards by Nvidia. But I think downloading the latest drivers is a good idea anyway, so go ahead, start that download and be ready for launch. And just recently the review embargo for Diablo 4 ended, and all the reviews have been put out by the news outlets and everybody who was able to play before early access. So check out those numbers. I think those are pretty good and speak for themselves. Also, we've got some really interesting short reviews on Twitter. Diablo 4 review by Windows Central Gaming is 5 stars. Years in the making, Diablo 4 is a masterpiece and just might be Blizzard's magnum opus. Also, IGN said, Diablo 4 is a stunning sequel with near perfect endgame and progression design that makes it diabolically hard to put down. Our review. And Rod Ferguson is over the moon by all the positive feedback. He says the team is still buzzing with excitement over the Diablo 4 reviews. And did you know that in only 3.5 hours you can preload the game? What class are you creating first? As you can see here, another overview of all the reviews and open and Metacritic scores. So that's pretty good, I'd say. And if you'd like to read some of the reviews but are really scared about story spoilers, here's a very good information for you, because Warlord was asking, do I need to avoid social media to avoid story spoilers, or is the story still under NDA because algorithms like to spoil my favorite movies and TV shows? And Adam Fletcher goes ahead and says, story spoiler reviews are 6-2 for their embargo timing. So if no one breaks the NDA, you shouldn't be seeing any story spoilers until after the launch of the game. So go ahead and check out the reviews for yourself and get a little bit informed about the end game and general progression and how the game is feeling for the reviewers. I found them to be really interesting. And for everybody who's looking forward to getting well informed about Diablo 4, on writing rather than, for example, video content, here's a really cool information for you, because MaxRollGG just launched their new site. You'll find everything like build guides, tier lists, walkthroughs, boss guides. They've got all the information for you if you're a beginner, but also if you're a veteran player, you'll find lots of good guides and stuff on Diablo 4 on their new website, which looks like this. So really nice setup, and you can see all the hot topics on the right side, like endgame tier lists, leveling tier lists, build guides, etc. But you've got all things listed here too. So go ahead and check out their site. It's really well made as expected, and it's up right now. Next, I want to clear up some misinformation the devs spread on Twitter, which I recently reported on. So here's the corrected information. Let's take a look at the original message. Zero was asking, will non-seasonal characters be getting new content, or is it just new seasons we will have to play to experience this new stuff like gear, battle passes, in-game events, etc.? And Adam Fletcher responded, yes, things like new legendary powers and uniques from seasons will transition to the Eternal Realm after season's end. So there you have the answer by Adam Fletcher, but Joseph Pipora was answering, balance changes, new legendary powers and new unique items will be added to the Eternal and Seasonal realms at the same time. Seasonal mechanic powers, items, etc. will be retired at the end of a season. So there's kind of a mix-up right there. Jared pointed out that this tweet from Paz Raider says, at the end of the season, these mixed messages are causing some confusion. And Joseph Pipora goes ahead and says, just a simple mix-up. What I said above is accurate. So this is the official statement right there. New content like legendary powers, uniques, and balance changes arrive at the same time to the seasonal and the eternal realm. I just wanted to clarify things to avoid further confusion. Next up, I want to talk about some more misinformation the devs spread on Twitter, because Joseph Pipora was asked about the early access build, if it will be a new build or if it will be the same that content creators or we have played before. And initially he said it will represent the 1.0 build of D4 up from 0.9 that we had in place for the Service Slam. You will see balance changes and bug fixes. And then he goes ahead and corrects himself. I spoke in error here and need to correct the record. The Service Slam build was not 0.9, but actually a version of our day 1 build. There will be very few changes between this build and the one players will be playing at launch. Deeply sorry for the confusion. So there you got official confirmation that everything you will play on early access was practically the same at the Service Slam. And then we've got a really good follow-up question by Charles here. Which version did all these content creators get to play, and are the balances pretty much the same? Joseph Pipora goes ahead and answers, they played the version you'll all be playing. So here we've got our confirmation. Everything you saw on the internet regarding builds or theory crafting, or every theory crafting you did yourself, is based on the exact same version of the game you'll be playing on early access or at launch of the game. Next up, I want to talk about a question you guys asked me a lot already, because Jeff on Twitter has a question about the 20 tier skip for the season pass. I bought the Ultimate Edition and I want to know, do I have to use it on season 1 or does it expire if I don't use it? Adam Fletcher goes ahead and answers, I believe it will auto use on season 1, but does have a safety for those that may be bought and won't play until a few months down the line to activate with the existing season they do finally jump in on. That's a pretty good confirmation. The season pass or the tier skips won't expire if you don't log in, but if you log in or as soon as you log in, it will auto activate. So now let's finally talk about the Diablo IV trophies, and I just want to put out a really big spoiler warning for everybody who wants to stay in the dark about everything story related. Just be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content and activate the bell to never miss a video, and then close the video just to be sure to don't get spoiled, because there probably will be some hints to the story. So just wanted to get that out and get you guys warned. And now we'll take a look at all the trophies in Diablo 4. So now let's take a closer look at all the trophies. Of course, there's a platinum trophy for collecting all other trophies. And then you've got some bronze trophies for completing the campaign and one for reaching level 50 with any character. And then there are some more for killing enemies. You gotta kill 666 demons, fallen or goatman. Another one is for 666 ghosts, skeletons or zombies, and so on, for snakes and spiders, drowned vampires or werewolves, bandits, cultists or knights. So practically for killing 666 for each enemy faction. Each of them will earn you a bronze trophy. So now let's head over to the silver trophies. There's one for killing 50 enemies while berserking as a barbarian. Kill 50 enemies in werebear form and 50 enemies in werewolf form as a druid. You'll earn another one for summoning 100 skeleton mages or warriors as a necromancer. Then you get one for killing 50 enemies in melee range and 50 enemies out of melee range as a rogue. There's one more for killing 100 enemies with fire, frost or lightning damage as a sorcerer. So there you've got all your class specific trophies. Now head on to some other topics. Craft any elixir and any incense. Upgrade a piece of armor, jewelry or weapon. Complete a sacred and ancestral nightmare dungeon. And collect 1000 aberrant cinder in Helltide zones. Open 10 caches of chaos from the Tree of Whispers and upgrade your healing potion to max tier. And get 5 PvP kills. Earns you another silver trophy. So those are all the trophies for the end game. Now we head over to the gold trophies. For one, you have to kill any world boss. You've got to explore all of Estuar, and then you've got to unlock all Codex of Power aspects. Another one is earned for reaching level 50 with a hardcore character, and I can imagine some of you might be really disappointed that hardcore will be included in the trophies, as well as playing PvP. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about those two trophies. And then you've got another one for reaching level 100 with any character, so you really have to play the game in order to get the platinum trophy. And then we've got a slight story spoiler, because for the last gold trophy you have to defeat Uber Lilith. So that's all the trophies you can earn in Diablo 4. It's not too many, and I think they're all pretty easy doable if you plan on playing Diablo for quite some time. But that's it for the video. I hope you find yourself well informed. If so, a thumbs up would be really appreciated. And check out my latest video right here on the screen. And as always, I wish you all an awesome day, and I'll catch you in the next one.